Beautiful sunny day outside, about 50 degrees Fahrenheit here in Oakland Township. And I'm just doing a little carving and taking you with me for a short ride. So this is a carving that's almost done. And in most of these live stream videos, I'm taking carvings that are barely started or not started at all. I'm trying to rough them in and remove a lot of material. And today I thought I'd give you a little taste of what I'm working on now and something that I've been needing to finish. So use this as an excuse to finish this carving and demonstrate a little bit about how I detail or refine a carving to the point of being complete. So yeah, that's that. And I'm here to answer questions and chat with you guys if you have anything you want to talk about, or if you have any questions at all about carving, feel free to comment those in the description, in the comments below, rather, in the description. How's everybody doing? I'm going to create a little hollow in the inside corner of the eye. Hey guys, Belmonte Steak says, "Hi, Alec. Hope all is well, good sir. The carving is looking incredible. Thank you." Hey, Henrique. Hey, Randy. Hey, Victor. Well, I'm a little late, so thanks for tuning in. I was supposed to start at 6. I think I started around 5 after, or maybe a little later than that. So thanks for bearing with me. And I'm here. I made it. I mean, I don't know if I'm in the talkiest of moods today, so I'm just carving. And I'm getting some work done. So be happy to answer questions though, if that's something that you guys want. So we got a little chip out there. I'll fix that. Accelerant. Bill Monty asks if there's any plans to include carving eyelashes in the school. Yeah, that's a great point. I don't often carve eyelashes, so there you go. I'm not sure if it's been covered before in the school, to be honest, but it may not have been, so I'll consider that. That's a good idea. Thanks, Wayne. Thanks, XN. Thank you, guys. All right, Nielsen says, hey, Alec, your work is totally amazing and spectacular. Thanks for sharing. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Thank you very much. I appreciate it, guys. All right. Peggy says, I'd like to join your school. Where shall I address my questions? Hey, Peggy, you can ask them here. So Peggy's referring to is the online school. that is a resource I started a while back for carvers to learn to carve portraits like this. So yeah, ask away. I'll post a link in the description. Oh, I think I did already. Yeah, so it should be in the description of this video. So I don't know if you can see the description of this video right now, but at the end of this live stream, if you go back to watch it, it'll be there. And it's in the description of all my videos. So if you're interested in finding out more about the online school, you can check that out there. Thank you, Jeffrey. XN says, what kind of wood do you need for carving, or is it the sharpness of the tool that counts? Wood looks fairly dried out, though, which is kind of necessary, right? I don't know. XN said, the point here of using this material is that it has a lot of things going for it, right? Like you said, it's very dry, it's soft, it holds detail well. You know, the most notable thing about this material, which is, by the way, it's bark, is that it is incredibly crispy, and it behaves in a very unique way, in a way that most woods do not behave, in that it's almost like carving layers of paper that are glued together, laminated together. And what's great about bark is that it's, again, very, very easy to cut through because of that. It's like thin sheets of paper rather, held together by lignins, right? So it's nice, easy to carve. But the downside of that is that it because it's so thin and soft, it doesn't hold detail to the extent that a harder wood would. And so I can't get as much delicacy in the leaves as I would be able to get in, say, a harder wood like a maple or even a birch. A softer birch would be much better for holding these fine details. But at the same time, it's fantastic in that it's just really easy and quick to work in comparison to those woods. And it has a really nice, warm, kind of mahogany color. So I tend to use a lot of it. I have a fair amount of it because I buy it. I used to collect it. I still do plan to go out west this year to collect some more bark, but really it's just an ideal carving wood. So the tools are also very, very sharp. You can't carve a soft wood very easily without really sharp tools. And so these tools have been sharpened very, very well. So some of them could probably use to be polished, but most of them are razor sharp. Yeah, and if you don't want to respond about the school here, you can go to my website, which is aleclacasse.com. If you need the spelling of my name, there it is, aleclacasse.com. And that will get you to the webpage, and you can message me on my website on the contact me page if you have any further questions. But the gist of the school is that when you sign up, you get access to intermediate, so beginner, intermediate, and advanced content. And there's, let's see, if there's about 80 videos, divide that up, right? About whatever, 80 divided by 3 videos on there. So what, 20-something videos per category. And those videos kind of range from very simple beginner whittling videos. So of course the beginner projects are more whittle based. So you're going to have a knife, maybe one other tool in the beginner videos, and into the intermediate videos the same way. For instance, this is a green man that I did for the intermediate school into a staff, and I used a knife for that. And as we progress through the projects, you get a more and more larger tool set involved, and those tools are listed. And you're also going to start using more advanced techniques and learning more technical information. For instance, about portraiture. The school focuses on the human portrait, and so that's kind of the main deal. But there's stuff on wildlife. There's some flora and fauna, all that stuff as well. But mostly people. That's what I'm talking about in the school. So there's a little bit about that. Yeah, birch is great for carving as well. If someone can carve, does that mean they can also draw well? I mean, I don't know that. I think it's a huge leg up. I'll say that. If you can draw, you have a huge leg up on somebody who has no ability in drawing whatsoever. Although I will say that there are a lot of amazing carvers who don't know the first thing about drawing. And so you really, really at the at the elite level, the best of the best carvers, they tend to be able to draw. That's my experience at least, or they've had at least some experience in drawing in the past. But it's not necessarily a rule. It's just the way I've noticed it to be, that drawing is kind of directly influencing the carving. It really, the analogy doesn't really work of a musician's proficiency in the ability to read music. So, for instance, a lot of professional musicians, they don't know how to read. Almost all classical musicians know how to read music, right? Or not all of them do, but most like rock and roll singers, songwriters, people like that, they don't know how to read music, and they don't seem worse for the wear at all. But when it comes to carving, it seems like those who are most proficient on the whole, those guys tend to have a real have an ability to draw. I don't know what that is, but maybe it's just an interest that crosses over. Um, but I think what it is really is they have an artistic view of carving. They're trying to be creative with it, and so it really helps to be able to come up with a design on paper before you start into the wood. And if you can, draft out your design beforehand, you can sometimes you'll make less mistakes. Certainly you'll make less design errors because you have a kind of map. The carving you're working on looks like a great candidate to base an advanced green man off of. Yeah, that's true. Thanks for the thought there. Totally would be a fun one. We have some really nice advanced green men in the school, at least a couple that I can think of off the top of my head, that are more towards the advanced side. But yeah, this could be a nice little addition there. Having the dimension on the leaves and the flow and everything is kind of helpful. Well, I almost missed you, Chris says. I'm sitting here carving the flower you did a couple weeks ago. Oh, cool. Thanks, Chris. I'm thanking you for carving my flower. I don't know why, but I do appreciate it. I'm well, thank you. He's asking how I am, so I'm good. I'm here whittling a man. I spent the day making some, I think, some fun YouTube videos for folks. Video for the school beginner project. I guess I'll do a little show and tell. Let's see if we can find it. Beginner project for YouTube. A whittle of a fish, of a trout. There's the trout. Just kept it simple. Not quite advanced enough to be a fishing lure, but. And then what else we did? What else did we do? Oh yeah, I showed you that already. Did the whittle of the green man for YouTube. I'm sorry, for the school. That's for the school. So it's kind of fun. See if I can get this in full frame. There we go. That's an intermediate project. It would be neat to be a green man surrounded by mushrooms. Oh yeah, that's a cool idea, Peggy. Glad I caught you, brother. Are those eyelashes? Yep. Thanks, Elias. Hey, Nolan and Roberto. How are you doing, by the way, Chris? Appreciate your question there. Thank you, Chris. You did so good. It is someone to inspire to. Oh, thank you. That's it. You will be that good. Better. I said you can do a Darth Vader. Nolan asked if I could do a Darth Vader in the past, huh? I should do that. It's a good idea. Do you teach, Devin? Yeah, I do teach. Yep. In fact, I just went on about a school that I started years ago called Fundamentals of Wood Carving, and it's a online type deal where you can watch content. I post 3 new videos every month, so there's a beginner, intermediate, and advanced project that goes up to the school now, and that's available in the description of this video. So if you're watching this, you can see that there. And that's where I teach mostly, but I also teach workshops in person. I teach at a out of my studio here, a wood carving getaway, once every couple months. And I've got one in April. Sadly, that one's full. Well, not sadly for me. It's a great time. It's a 3-day workshop that kind of geared towards relaxing and kind of like a vacation, but with the perk of learning about carving realistic portraits in wood. So that's what that is. I've never carved Madorna wood. No. I'll try to zoom in here a little bit. Is it any good to carve? Excuse my head. It's Chris is saying Madorna is a harder wood, but it holds detail well. Hey Isaac, thank you. Yeah, cottonwood bark is amazing. Okay, I'll do really light sanding on these leaves, and then I'm gonna call it. Do a little undercutting as well, maybe here and there. See, I'm going back in my words now. That's what I'm gonna call it, and then I decided that there's more to do. All right, guys. That's about it for now. I could be here all day carving. And this carving will slowly start to get finished. It's been an ongoing project for a while. I think I started this one on a live stream. I might be wrong. I'm not going to go too crazy with sanding. Just some light sanding around the face. Being much lighter with the sandpaper on the leaves than I am on the face. I want to light lots of little grooves and cuts from the gouges in the leaves, whereas on the face I'm kind of being a little bit more careful to smooth it out. All right, guys. Thanks a lot for joining me today. I hope you have a great rest of your week, and you stay well, take care of yourself, find some time to make something, be creative, and yeah, be good to yourself. Be good to those around you, and be blessed. Talk at you guys. Thanks for watching. will this piece be up in the shop? Yeah, yeah, Bill Monty, this will be up in on April 5th. So this comes to the wood carving release. So all right, guys, that's there'll be other carvings on there as well. So